Time to kick back and relax, because these are some new slice of life anime that can make your day better. Here are 10 new slice of life romance anime that you must watch. Let's go. Anime is always better with some witches, so you've got this witch, Nico, who returns from magical training camp to claim her childhood friend, Morihito, as her familiar. Why? Because he's actually an ogre with super strength. With her parents conveniently out of the picture, they move in together. She has one goal, make him hers. But he has a different goal, keep her safe from a future disaster, and help her act like a normal human. It's a classic supernatural rom-com setup, really.
Nico!
Honestly, this show is hilarious. Nico is aggressively clingy, basically treating her crush like a pet he's supposed to be magically bonded with. It works because Morihito is the ultimate straight man, constantly deadpan while dealing with her magical mishaps. Watching them bicker in the house is way more entertaining than it has any right to be. And honestly, it's a nice dynamic for a whole forced to live together anime. And the romance progresses pretty fast, so if you're tired of anime couples just staring at each other for 12 episodes, give this a try.
はい。
さっきからビールいかがですかって言ってんじゃん。
Meet Taru, a 9-to-5 office worker who's sick of his job and whose only escape is his local ballpark. His routine is disrupted by Ruriko, a super cheerful beer vendor desperate for her first sale. They start a little friendly banter and the two of them soon become beer buddies, if that's a thing. Apart from these two, we also get to learn about their lives of other people watching the game.
これか。ポニーテールがいいんだな。
いや、
図星か？惚れ直しちゃった。
Well, I went in expecting a generic sports anime and got a home run of a slice of life instead. The writing is clever because instead of some huge drama, we had to focus on skits that nail the ballpark experience perfectly. Ruriko and Murata's dynamic is the real star. At first, it's goofy. Then, it evolves into something a little more than friendship. And it's honestly nice we get to explore several other characters as well. It's not the deepest show on the list, but it's enough to get you comfy.
ご無事でしょうか。
ありがとうございます。
申し訳ありません。
You know, I can't complete these kinds of lists without a maid. When a mysterious maid claims to be an assassin shows up at Hitoyoshi Yokoya's door, he's undeniably freaked out. But after she saves his life, he can't just turn her away. He names her Yuki and decides to help her trade her deadly past for a normal life. Things get even more chaotic when Hitoyoshi's sister joins in.
これは申し訳ありません。
いや、いろいろと安心したから大丈夫。
This show works because it doesn't just tell you Yuki's changing, it shows you. Watching her try to figure out how to cook without using a knife like a deadly weapon is pretty hilarious. At first, I didn't like the main character very much, but as the show progressed, I realized Hitoyoshi's not some dense hero. He's just a genuinely decent guy who believes second chances are worth the effort. It's a charming low-stakes watch that proves even the most trained killer can learn to love making rice balls instead of, well, murdering people. So if you're tired of overcomplicated plots, maybe let this ex-assassin maid into your heart.
誰？
え？ああ、高原入り。
タカ？
それで君は？
え？
名前。
If you want a good slice of life, you always gotta adapt a visual novel. Summer Pockets takes us to the tranquil Torishirojima, a peaceful island where time slows down. Heartbroken after his grandmother's passing, city boy Hari Takahara heads there for a summer retreat. He's roped into helping his aunt and cousin sort through his grandma's old shed, but the real adventure begins when he meets the island's quirky inhabitants, which are of course girls since this is based on a visual novel.
手ごめにするつもり。最初は優しくお願いします。
最終的には 激しくしても
We've got quite a cast here. We meet the cheerful Tsumugi, quiet Shiroha, free-spirited Kamome, and prickly Ao. If you're a VN fan, you gotta take the heart meds for this show. This isn't a June Maida level work, but it nails that classic K formula. Build a normal life, then shatter it. The first half is a bit choppy. Some emotional gut punches from the VN got cut, but the back half is absolutely stellar. The routes for Ao, Alka, and Pocket hit like a freight train, delivering the kind of tear-jerker moments Key is always famous for.
私を見てよごちそうさまです尊い
名セリフを抑えてきたな
いやいやそういうつもりじゃ
Time for a My Dress Up Darling clone. Masamune Okamura, a high schooler obsessed with anime, finds his quiet life flipped when he meets Ririsa, a passionate cosplayer who ropes him into photographing her Lilio costume. Suddenly, his peaceful club days are invaded by cosplay chaos and the reappearance of his childhood friend Mikari, who is now a model trying to win his heart.
本当にリレールが目の前にあれここ二次元まずい完全に我を忘れて
This show is pure slice of life gold with romantic twist. It brings up the elements that made My Dress Up Darling work, then turns the knob a full circle. The cosplay gimmick is fun, the girls have this distinct personality, and more than anything, the comedy hits all the right notes. And amid all the chaos, you get some nice, sweet romance moments too. This is like the dandadan of cosplay anime, except you don't get to fight monsters in this one.
ご依頼があれば真心込めて綺麗に失礼いたしましたついお靴の傷が気になってしまってお客様から頼まれてもいないことを
Now that anime is exploring everyone's life, why not explore a slice of life happening at the laundry? No, I'm not kidding. Wakana Kinime runs a laundry service at Atami, a seaside town where she's built a cozy life with friends and hot springs. Despite having no memory of her past, her cleaning somehow preserves the memories stuck to her customers' belongings.
なんすか
いや
I remember reading a review about some guy comparing this to the video game Death Stranding, and honestly, kind of nailed the whole vibe of the show. This isn't some high-stakes, fast-paced thriller anime. It's about a girl in the laundry spending her life. But just when you think the show is ordinary, it also drips some heavy-hitting emotional stuff too. For those who want fan service, there's that too. It's a solid pick if you're looking for something chill that doesn't overcomplicate things.
谷君どう思う
僕が知るわけないでしょ
Miyu Suzuki is the definition of popular, trendy, bubbly, and the girl everyone wants to be around. Her desk mate, on the other hand, is the strong silent type. Yusuke Tani is quiet, painfully direct, and has absolutely zero interest in social climbing. Their conversations are short, but Mio is secretly crushing hard on the one guy who couldn't care less about it. After a ridiculously adorable misunderstanding forces her hand, she blurts out her feelings, only to find out the stoic boy is totally on the same page.
今の顔超可愛い
ちょっと
だってそんなのいいに決まってんじゃん
This show is adorable. Full stop. The dynamic here is everything. You have Miyu, sweating bullets trying to keep her new relationship under wraps because she's terrified of what people will think, playing right into the classic popular girl is secretly insecure trope. But the best part, it doesn't matter to Tani at all. He's just bluntly himself, and that's exactly why she likes him. Creating a relationship built on actually liking each other, you know, for who they are instead of some made-up persona. It's releasing this season, and the final episode should be airing this week. So if you haven't watched it, get ready to binge watch this one.
よっしゃ死ぬ覚悟できた猫の演技もできるとはな
恥ずかしさで演技どころじゃないです
Eiji Kitahama just wants to be popular. Enter Rin Ninakura, his junior at the drama club, who decides to act out his dream. Using her incredible skills, she spins up a whole harem of personas just for him. From a teasing tsundere to a sweet co-star, Rin cycles through characters faster than Eiji can handle. But when their club activities get more intimate, it's clear the real Rin is using these roles to land her actual leading man.
ツンデレちゃんに頼もうかな
早く教えなさいよ
Now, this is someone grabbing the regular harem formula and shoving it inside one girl. Seriously, who needs a dozen girlfriends when you get this level of cuteness overload from just one? The chemistry between the two characters is pretty good, but the real star of the show is Rin herself. Seriously, all you need is a girl like Rin in your life, and it'll never be boring.
白爪草の指輪をはめてくれてね私を お嫁さんにしてくれるって。お嫁さん。
First year, Kazuhiko Nukumizu is self-proclaimed background character, perfectly happy with his quiet, introverted life. Things change when he accidentally witnesses his popular classmate, Anna Yamanami, getting rejected by her childhood friend. Suddenly, he's dragged into a drama which only snowballs as he gets caught up in the romantic complaints of two other girls, the energetic Lemon and Shy Chica. Instead of a love story, Nukumizu finds himself the unwilling supporting actor in the lives of too many losing heroines.
それはそうと俺の弁当は
ぬくみずくん、そういうところじゃないかな。友達がいないの。
大きなお世話だ。
Now this show is a breath of fresh air, ditching the usual harem fantasy for something way more satisfying. Instead of cheap wish fulfillment, it's about friendships and helping people process rejection, which is way more relatable. The dynamic between Nukumizu and Anna is the heart of it. They actually feel like friends, and a little bit more too. Actually, the little bit more part might actually be from my side since I ship these two, but hey, this is democracy, so I vote these two as a couple.
良い月じゃ。酒などないかや。
そんなものはない。大地、お前は何者。
食べ物は。
Well, who could have seen this coming? Maybe several hundreds of my old subscribers who know this is one of my favorite anime. Kraft Lawrence, a 25-year-old traveling merchant, is just trying to make a living hawking pelts from town to town. Things change when he finds a wolf-eared girl named Hollow sleeping in his cart. Well, turns out she's not just some runaway kid, she's the literal harvest wolf deity Paslo. Tired of being worshipped as a relic and ready to head back north, the two decide to work together. Lawrence takes her north, and in turn she helps him with the economics.
それは俺の服だ。
じゃが、主は優しいオスでありんす。よもや脱げとは言わぬじゃろ。
Look, if you think economics in anime sounds as exciting as watching paint dry, prepare to be schooled. This rivalry nails the chemistry. Hollow isn't just flirty, she uses biting wit to mask a fear of abandonment that hits hard without ever feeling forced. Watching her and Lawrence throw sarcastic lines at each other while wheeling and dealing gives a good old mix of big brain trade strategies and a nice romance. The remake actually follows the original light novel much better, but you know me, I'm one of those old as gold guys, so the original is still the best for me.